Hi guys, and welcome back to Mulberry Branch Farm. It's Ashley here with you again, and if you can't already tell, I'm out here with my favorite barnyard friends, the goats. Delcy over at Delcy, A Life of Heritage, was kind enough to start this collaboration on some of the things that we wish we would have known before raising goats. And a lot of those things sometimes have to come from trial and error. I have to admit, when I first agreed to buy this property with my husband and to build a barn, goats were not the first thing on my list at all. I was a horse and chicken type gal that wanted to reach out to pigs and cows. Not these lovely creatures that bring so much joy to my life. But they do have a way of sneaking up on you. I often have to think, what would I have liked to have known before I got my first goats? They're nibblers. When I first dove into the world of goats, was that you quickly become the center of their universe. I've been around a lot of livestock in my time, and I've been around horses, cows, pigs, chickens, llamas, everything. Goats were a completely new experience for me 9 years ago when I decided to take the plunge and buy my first set of boar goats. I didn't realize that they would bond so quickly to me, that they would become such a pushy part of my life. But they have, and they've really enriched my life in that way. There's nothing like walking out into the pasture and having one of your favorite goats spot you and sound the alarm, and the entire herd comes in just because they've seen you. Just to make me their scratching post, to check my, eat my hair, and check my pockets, and just generally want to be around you. Guys, you're becoming stalkerish. There's something that they do when they bond with you. Whereas horses, like other horses, they'll pick a horse over you. A cow will pick another cow over you. A pig will pick another pig over you. But a goat usually will pick you over another goat. Heavy is the crown of the herd queen or king, that's for sure. Goats are social butterflies. They don't do well by themselves. And while they do tend to let you become the center of their universe, they really like to have other goat friends that can be with them every single hour of every single day. Whereas life pulls us away for hours at a time, whether it's work, maybe it's your children, maybe it's other hobbies, maybe it's other obligations. But goats love to have other goats around them. They're social butterflies, and it's actually really unhealthy for them to be by themselves. It causes them to be very stressed, and they can become depressed and go off feed, water, and then you've really got a health problem on your hands. One thing nobody ever told me about before I got goats was this little thing called goat math. I started with 2. I have in the high 20s. I don't even know the number of the goats that I have, guys. I have these 2, and these, and her, and them, and this one, and those 2, and those way out there, then Rosie way down there, then there's this one, then there's that one. Yeah, nobody told me anything about goat math. If anybody has a paying job out there for Crazy Goat Lady, I've got an application ready for you. It's a proven fact that goats are nibblers. They will nibble anything and everything. Like your elbow. Because why wouldn't someone want to nibble on your elbow? In personal space. Goats don't know anything about personal space. Love you too. Yep. No personal space. Okay. Gosh, there goes the nibbling. See, they're eating my hair. She's eating my hair. Professional taste testers. Even though many goats are portrayed, regardless of how goats have been portrayed in cartoons, eating tin cans, things out of the garbage can, that's actually a myth. Goats can't and shouldn't eat anything and everything, though they will try everything. Like hair. They try your hair. Try that? Huh? Wanna try that? No. See? Another important lesson, poop can say 1,000 words. You hear it? You hear all the words? Ew. If you'd have told me before I got goats that I'd spend so much time looking at their poop and examining it, I would have laughed and thought you were joking. But you weren't joking. There are very few things in the goat world that will tell you as much about a goat's well-being and health than its poop. The poop never lies. Their poop can tell you if they're stressed. Their poop can tell you if there may be something new blooming in your pasture that their tummy just doesn't like. Because remember, they're professional taste testers. Whether we like it or not, and whether it's good for them or not, it might be a sign that you need to take a walk through your pasture to see if you have any toxic plants that are now present. The best way to learn what your poop is telling you about your goat is to collect a fecal sample and take it to your local veterinarian for testing. Fecal samples can sometimes reveal things more sinister and serious that might be going on in your goat's digestive system and that might need more severe medical attention quickly. The poop never lies. One thing I really wish somebody would have told me before I got goats: fencing apparently is optional, especially when you're a small breed like a Nigerian dwarf. You can see I've got 2 kids on the loose here. And another thing that follows that, I wish I knew how much goats would love my beautiful flowers and my landscaping. One of the things I really wish somebody would have told me to do before I got goats was to make sure to do my research. If you've been around with me long enough, you know this is something I preach all the time. Do your research before you ever bring anything new, whether it's animal, plant, or other, onto your farm. Mostly so that you're prepared in the case of emergency, or when they show up not feeling well or just looking a little off. Maybe they're not coming up to the food trough as quickly as you'd like. If you do your research, that's the first step in knowing how to treat a problem. Also, when you're doing your research about ailments and sicknesses that can affect goats, look at the most common and then find out what the treatments are for it. That way, before they even get here, you can have a well-stocked pharmacy. And speaking of pharmacy, the sad part is that's only a very small portion of my pharmacy that I keep for my goats. Some of those are used very often, whether it's monthly maintenance, bi-monthly maintenance, biannually maintenance, annual maintenance. Trust me, you're gonna need to keep a schedule on their maintenance if you can't tell. But there are some things in there that are just in case. But why do I need so many things that are just in case? Because they're goats, duh. When you have animals on your farm that are naturally this curious, only think fences are suggestions, and are the professional taste testers that we all know them to be, whether it's good for them or not, there are going to be some things that you have just in case that can save their life. So don't be so afraid to buy those just in case materials. She's got supplement beard. Ew, she gave me supplement hand. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Yes, I am. Hey, Pearl, how you feeling today, girl? How you feeling today? Are you due for a hoof? How are your hoofs? When's the last time I did those? When's the last time I did your hoofs? That leads me into the next thing I wish somebody would have told me. Record keeping is invaluable because it tells us how often we've had to take care of our animals, and there's no questions about when was the last time did I trim your hoofs, Pearl? When was the last time? I can easily go to my record book, look at it, and know if she's due and I need to start checking her, or if that she should be good to go for another month per her records. This also helps you to keep track of productive animals along with healthy animals, because as my animals get sick or need some type of intervention from me, I write it down. They each have their own individual page in my record book, and I can keep track if they're generally a healthy animal or if they need a little more maintenance than the others. You're so lovely. Goats can be tricky. Goats can be fickle. Goats can leave you stumped often. So one of the things I wish somebody would have told me was to build up a support system to make sure that my vet actually saw goats, because believe it or not, there are a lot of large livestock veterinarians that aren't well versed in goats, and they might not be very helpful to you. In situations like that, you should be searching in the area for another goat mentor that's had a few seasons raising goats and will be able to help you troubleshoot what's going on with your goat. You may oftentimes have heard the phrase, "it takes a village." Well, sometimes with goat health and goat husbandry, it really does. Okay, so it's been a couple days since we first recorded what we wish we would have known before we got goats. And a lot of the things that I've told, I say most goat owners will probably say that to you. That there's always going to be frustrations, there's always going to be things that have to be learned by trial and error, but they're totally worth it. For as stubborn as they are, for some that are better escape artists than others, they bring an enormous amount of joy into my life. I love their utility, I love their personalities, I love the adversity that they sometimes cause us to go through. I love everything that they have to offer us because there's just something about them. I'll stick with it, guys. There's something about a goat that just sneaks up on you, and when they're bonded to you, they are bonded to you. It is an amazing feeling. I don't think I've ever felt it outside of my own pups. They're wonderful. They're amazing. They're frustrating. They're silly. They're just awesome. Goats are just awesome. And if you're on that fence and you're not really sure if you want to take the leap into the world of goats and to become your own herdsman or herdswoman, I'm going to implore you, take the jump, because you're going to be surprised how much you're going to love these animals. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, this collaboration is all thanks to Delcy at Delcy A Life of Heritage. If you guys haven't been able to visit her channel, she's got a lot of great material on goats, on goat well-being, goat husbandry. She's just a wealth of knowledge. I enjoy watching her, and I think you will too. There will be a link up here to go to her channel and to subscribe. I hope that you would visit her channel because, like I said, this is a collaboration. So you're going to get to see a lot of different goat owners and what they had to say about their wonderful journey into buying goats. With that being said, I think it's going to do it for us today. I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you found it encouraging. If at any point in the video you found yourself enjoying our content, please drop us a like, leave us a comment. What kind of goats do you have? Are you unsure if you want to get goats or not? Just leave that in the comments. We love to talk with you guys, and we try to get back to you as quickly as we can. If you want real-time updates on what's going on with me, my little farm, and my little family, which includes those goats, go ahead, follow us on Facebook or Instagram. We update almost every single day. And if you want to see more of our content, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you'll get notifications whenever we're posting the next chapter of our adventures here on Mulberry Branch Farm. Until next time, guys, thanks for being with us. Bye.